Alright, welcome to another gameplay video. We're back on the ladder, still trying to rank up to Diamond Tier. We got pretty similar deck list to before. I haven't made any changes since yesterday. I don't think I will make any changes today. We still got Coral Dragon, we still got the Dragite, and we still got Croco Dragon. It's possible I might want to put a different card in my extra deck. Not sure about Coral Dragon. Coral Dragon's okay. Maybe Coral Dragon's okay. He's not the best. He's okay. He's just doing his best. There are some cards coming up. Well, I think that are coming up soon that I'll want to test out in Mermails. Not sure when they'll get released in Master Duel. There was a leak of the new pack that's getting released probably sometime in the next couple of days. I don't think there's going to be any cards for this deck in there. Actually looked like a bit of a dud pack for the kind of decks I like to play, with the exception of one card, which I'll probably make a video about. So if you want to see that, please consider subscribing. Alright, well, without any more delay, you know what I'm going to do? I'll make one change here. We're going to put in access code. Access code, I rarely make him, but the times when I do want to make access code, it's like you really want to have him. Coral Dragon, we're going to take Coral Dragon out. I just don't see situations where I'm making Coral Dragon that often, so that's why I'm taking it out. Gonna leave Croco Dragon in though for now. Alright, that's the change for today. Let's get to the gameplay. Alright, we will rank up from this game, so no pressure. Maybe a little pressure. We're going second, probably. There we go. Opponent does have the ideal avatar. Sandgan. Let's get going. Ooh, what a going second hand. We got Ash and Maxi and Imperm. Opponent will not be doing anything. Opponent gonna summon Ecclesia. Alright, let's wait till he activates. Opponent gonna activate Ecclesia. Let's get Maxi in. Aha, gotcha opponent. And if this Maxi doesn't resolve, we still got Ash, we still got Imperm. Okay, so Maxi is negated. Opponent has used his normal summon. So when the Mo Yi gets summoned, there you go. Effect gonna activate. We can Imperm and negate. Boom, negated. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Stopped our opponent from doing any plays. Maxi also be negated on our turn, so opponent won't be Maxi-ing us. Opponent gonna activate Fusion Destiny. I don't think so, opponent. Ash Blossom will negate Fusion Destiny if activated as a spell. No DP for you. Got anything else, opponent? That was quite a lot of interaction. Alright. So, let's activate Gen X Undyne. Abyss Teus discarding Prince will be able to summon an Atlantean from the graveyard, so that's why we're doing this. Gen X Undyne gonna activate. As cost, send an Atlantean, well, any water monster, but we're gonna send an Atlantean to the graveyard. Send Dragoons. Add the enemy controller to hand. Opponent doesn't seem to have any interaction. Not bad, not bad. Let's add the Lapis Dragon to hand. I believe that makes the most sense here. Lapis Dragon gonna summon itself. And we can go into the whole combo here. We can go into the whole combo. We could also just summon Teus, get 2 extra bodies on field. Let's go for it. Now the reason we're doing this is it's going to let us make probably our end board is going to be, our best end board is going to be 3 monsters. We're going to have DPE, we're going to have Borreload with 3 negates, and we're going to have a Herald of the Earthlight. That's the goal here. So let's start by making the Predaplant Verte Anaconda. And then we'll make Hulk Vibrax and combo from there. Since our opponent doesn't have any interaction, we'd be pretty happy doing this. Now the reason we make Verite first is because the Auroradon, which we're going to make, is going to lock us out of Link Summons. So, gotta make that. Oh, got him. Opponent does not want to see it. They don't want to play through. Alright. Well, showing the power of Max C there. In a sense, although Max C effectively did nothing, what it really did was make our opponent discard that Call by the Grave, let our Ash activate. So, good. Hey, first time we activate Max C, and it actually does some work. So, not bad, not bad. Let's take a look at our opponent's deck list. But first, let's rank up Tier 1. Now this was a big achievement back in the day, but now with Diamond Tier, it's not as exciting. Got a whole nother tier to rank up in. We're on quite a good win streak though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 wins in a row. Not bad, not bad. See if we can get it up to 10. If we go non-stop, all wins all the way to Diamond Tier, that'd be pretty sweet. Take a look at our opponent's deck here. Alright, opponent is playing 45 cards. A bit wackiness. Now I keep threatening. I keep threatening to take out that calculator, and you know what? Alright, you know what? I'll do a special. I'll do a special for you guys today. I'm gonna break out the calculator. I think you should do this on all your decks. If you're thinking, I want to shove some extra cards in my deck, let's think about it before we do, alright? Now, a deck like Sword Soul. Sword Soul has a bunch of starter cards, 1-card starters. You got Mo Yi. If you draw Mo Yi, summon it, that's a 1-card starter. Ecclesia, same deal. If you draw and summon Ecclesia, that's gonna summon. That's gonna be your 1-card starter. I believe Sword Soul Emergence will also search a Sword Soul. So, in a sense, now Sword Soul obviously has other plays, but in a sense, you have 1, 2, 3, 1-card, single cards that'll start your whole engine going off. So if you draw one of these in your opening hand, you got a wombo combo. You don't need really anything else to go off. You can use just that card. So when you add extra cards, you dilute the chance that you're going to draw one of those 9 starters. Now the real question is, how much does that chance get dropped? And I'm gonna show you guys how much that chance gets dropped. So let's go to the math. All right. So what we have here is the YuGiOh probability calculator. Now this is, I could have done the math myself in Microsoft Excel, but we're not getting too fancy here. We're just gonna use the official YuGiOh deck probability calculator. So when you plug in here your deck size, plug in your hand size, that's gonna be 5 if you're going first, or 6 if you're going second. And we're gonna put in, if you're playing Sword Soul or you're playing Atlanteans or whatever, put in the number of starter cards you have. So we're just gonna write starter here. Now, looking at Sword Soul, which we just did, they had 9 starters. The Mermail deck I'm playing has 9 single card starters as well. So, just a good number to have. And in our 40 cards, we have 9. So, if we're playing 40 cards, the odds of drawing at least 1, well, maximum is 4, but doesn't matter here. You can't draw 9 cards in your opening hand. You can draw 5. So, the odds that we draw at least one, of our starters, our single card starters, is about 75%, 74.18. That means about 3 in 4 games we're gonna have our single card starter. That's pretty good odds. That's great odds actually. And if you have more starters, if you say go up to 12, that chance goes up to 85%. Like the odds get really, really in your favor. All right. Now, okay, so you're saying fine. That's 75%. But if I add some extra cards, say, I want some extra interaction or whatever, and I make my deck size go up, maybe I can make my deck go up to 50. Well, now, your 9 starter cards, there's an only 64% chance. That's way less. That's a big deal. That's a big difference. A 10% chance drop. Now, if you go up to 60 cards, that chance drops almost another 10% down to 57. See, it's a big reduction in the odds that you're going to draw what you want. So that's why you stick to 40 cards, alright? That's the math. You've seen the math. The math doesn't lie here, alright? Now, let's do one more game. Alright, let's see if our win streak gets disrupted. Playing against fear. Maybe the fear of losing my win streak. We're going first. Let's see if we can beat the odds here. Pretty solid hand. Assuming our opponent doesn't have a lot of disruption. We're going to start with Gen X Undyne. Gen X going to be our 1-card starter, get us a Hulk line, and then if that goes south, or at the end of it, we can activate Fusion Destiny, make our DPE. So let's go. Hope our opponent doesn't have anything. And it doesn't look like they do. Alright, let's get adding the Lapis Dragon hand. It's going to summon itself. Now the only thing we got to worry about is Nibiru, since our opponent doesn't seem to have any interaction. Or they're hiding it, which is always a possibility. Gonna make the Hulk Firex get our Despot out of the deck. If opponent can't deal with this, I mean, often they concede when they see this start happening, but we'll see. Opponent could be brave. They could also have Kaijus or ways to interact. It's not an unbeatable combo. Also could get Nibiru'd here. Always funny seeing the Nibiru come down. Just feel like the dinosaurs getting extinctified. Activate Despot in the graveyard. Not seeing our opponent's side light up, so guessing they don't have anything. Let's activate Mech Phantom Beast effect. Search the O-line out of the deck. O-line on field. Let's special summon our Borreload. Borreload gonna hold 3 Omni Negates and have 4,000 attack points. He's a big boy. Let's get activating. Opponent clearly does not have anything. Would have been nice to take a look at their hand, but unfortunately we didn't have the ability to do that this game. And let's make the Herald of the Arclight. You gotta make it first, sadly. And then we'll activate Fusion Destiny. If this will banish, the Herald is going to banish the materials we send, but that's okay. That is the fair price to pay for having DPE on field. Let's send these 2 materials to the banish zone. We'll summon him in defense mode. And we'll pass a turn here. We got 2 Omni Negates, we got a pop. Opponent could be playing Sword Soul, which would be a reason to play into this. Sword Soul very strong going second. Opponent's thinking. Opponent is going to activate Elixir of Black Awakening. This will special summon Eldritch from the deck. We do not want that, so we're going to negate. We do not want him having an Eldritch. DP can pop set spell and trap cards. Opponent has Super Poly. That is surprising. And also really bad for us. He's probably going to get rid of our DP and our Borreload. And our Herald. We did make him banish an Eldritch though, which he may not have realized was going to happen. Thank you, Herald. He does have to think about what he's stealing from us. I'm guessing he's going to use Destiny Hero, destroy Phoenix Enforcer, and Borreload, but you never know. Opponents do some funny things sometimes. Yep. We still have the negate from Herald, but he's probably going to go to battle phase and destroy it. Unfortunately, you cannot negate Super Poly. And one of his Eldritches is banished. So, guessing he's just going to attack through our Herald, and we're going to be left with not much going on. We will need to draw something, since we banished our materials from opponent's setting. If we can make a Baranda Fleur, we will be able to resummon our... Ooh. Well, we can negate that, because our opponent did that before battle. So, let's negate, since we're going to lose this boy anyway. that Lord of the Heavenly Prison going to go to the graveyard. Not sure why opponent didn't activate that after attacking. That was probably a mistake on their part. Still be a challenge to get out of this. Eldritch set back row. Could be skill drains. Teus is a good draw though. We can summon Teus and then summon Gen X Controller, make Baron de Fleur. That's not terrible. We can also do a face-up pop if we want. I think that's probably worthwhile. Get poppin'. See if our opponent puts a Predator counter on our Teus. He might. That actually would be bad. It would mean that we won't be able to summon Brawn. Opponent can activate Skill Drain. That does not do anything. At least not to what we're doing right now. Still gonna pop. Now, making Brawn de Fleur not great because Skill Drain is gonna negate. So what can we do here? Instead of Baron, we could make an Abyss Lacia. That'll let us send a heavy to the graveyard if it dies. Could also make... yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything else we're going to make is going to be negated. So Baron de Fleur will deal a lot of damage, but his negate is offline, his pop's offline. Just making a big beat stick doesn't seem great, so Abyss Lacia seems like the right call here. Pike's effect is negated and we don't have a thing to discard anyway. Let's special summon. Fairtail will be negated, so we're gonna make Abyss Lacia. Only way we have to get Skill Drain off the field is if Abyss Lacia dies, we can send as cost. We're gonna set our Fusion Destiny. Make him think it's a Imperm. Let's go to battle. We're not going to activate Abyss Lacia's effect to discard. There's no reason to. It's going to be negated, and we kind of want Gen X Controller in hand. Because Abyss Lacia's effect activates in the graveyard. Opponent's drawn. It will not be negated by Skill Drain. Opponent activating the effect of the Eldritch in the graveyard. I believe this is going to summon an Eldritch. No, it'll set a Golden Land spell trap. It's summoning Eldritch in different ways here. Alright. Opponent set 3 passing. Now, this deck runs 3 copies of Skill Drain, so he could have more copies of Skill Drain. Prince is good though. Prince will let us pop the Skill Drain. So let's summon Prince here. Probably should have summoned it in one of the arrow zones, but feeling reckless today. Activate Prince here. Prince will be negated, but the effect in resolving in the graveyard will not be. Gonna pop the Skill Drain. Skill Drain is popped. Now, is there anything else we want to summon here? We could make Verte, but there's no reason to, and DP will mean it's negated anyway. We could go to battle. I believe the card he searched for is able to become a monster that has 1800 defense, 1500 defense, but he could summon in attack mode. That wouldn't be ideal. Well, let's wait and see if that happens, and we can summon main phase 2. Attack with Prince. There he goes, summoning. Probably summon in an attack position. Yep. We will not continue to attack. We'll go main phase 2. Now the real question is, what do we want to do here? We could special summon and wombo combo from the graveyard, but I don't think that's ideal in this position. Let's just pass our opponent's turn. We really want to end with the ability to make Baron de Fleur. So we're gonna hold from this position here. Eldritch is very grindy. They're happy grinding, so we're at a disadvantage here, I would say, for sure. Even though one of their Eldritches is banished. Send a card, hopefully not another skill drain. He should attack the Prince here. He's probably reading Abyss Lacia though. That's a mistake, opponent. We'll let him do it though. Abyss Lacia gonna die. It's gonna activate. Effect in Graveyard. Send as cost. And we're gonna send a Dragoons. Effect gonna search. And we'll special summon the Teus. Yep. Summon the Teus here. We're gonna try and make Baron de Fleur. That will let us summon DP from our graveyard potentially. And we're gonna add a card to our hand here. Probably gonna add Diva since Diva can wombo combo. And we're way off from making Moon Glacia. Just counting our Atlanteans. I believe we only have... I don't believe we'll be able to activate Prince anymore. I think Prince is offline now. Yep, that's correct. We only have one Atlantean in deck. Alright, let's summon the controller. Actually, summoning Diva is better here because we can use Prince and Teus, plus Diva might get a response if he has some sort of negate. Solemn? Okay. Well, that would have been bad if we summoned Baron, so that's not terrible. Alright, what are we going to do here? Now, we could special summon a Coraline enemy and try and get something out of the graveyard. But what are we going to get out of the graveyard? And what do we do with it? Coral can only get waters and locks us into waters. We could get a Hulk of Fibrax, but then we wouldn't be able to do anything with it. We could get a Lapis Dragon, but again, we wouldn't have anything to do with the monster we summon. So, probably, unfortunately, I think we're just going to have to pass here. This isn't ideal, but sometimes you got to deal with stuff not being ideal. And every turn Eldritch gets us out here. He's getting grindier and grindier. We're going to try as hard as we can to make that Baron though. Opponent going to protect their face down spell and traps from being destroyed. That's pretty bad for us. And he's going to attack over our Prince. Prince getting attacked over is okay. Wasn't really doing much on the field anyway now that he can't activate. Let's draw here. Drawing a 1-for-1. Now, 1-for-1 not super helpful, but it might bluff him into responding. What are we going to get with it? What can we even get with 1-for-1 still? Fishborg? Actually, getting Fishborg's kind of good. I'd rather... Okay, let's try this. We're going to summon Gen X. See if this gets a response. He might Solemn it, because he doesn't... I'm really worried. If he has another Solemn, that's pretty terrible, because we lose kind of everything. We're going to try and go for it, though. We're going to make the Baron. If he Solemns our Baron, that's bad news. But if Baron resolves and he has something we can respond to with Baron... Alright. We can't pop his face down cards, but we can pop his face up. Probably should read what this does. During a main phase activate, blah blah blah, while this is revealed, set cards cannot be destroyed. If a set spell is activated, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then if you activate this effect while this card was revealed, you can reveal and set one spell trap directly from your deck. Alright. We're not going to negate Baron's effect with himself. So let's go to battle. Now opponent will die from this if he has nothing. but I'm guessing he's going to activate and summon this bad boy from the hand. Yep. We're going to... If a set spell is activated, except during the damage step, we're going to let this resolve. We're saving our Brawn negate. This isn't going to do anything on the field. We're going to continue to attack. Alright. Well, let's end. Now the real question is, do we want to make DPE? I don't think we do. Aquaro's going to activate. That's going to let him set an Elixir spell directly from his deck. We're going to negate this. And negating this will mean we are definitely using our Bronze effect to pull DP out of the graveyard. Yes, we are. Pull DPE out of the graveyard. DP back online. Opponent setting. Activating the effect. We're gonna, in response, pop. Whatever this is, he isn't using it, so I'm more worried about the new card. DP gonna activate in graveyard. What a game. Very grindy. Opponent gonna activate the Aquaro. Gonna let him set an Eldritch card. The Elixir Scarlet Sanguine is gonna let him special summon an Eldritch from the deck. Genex Undyne. We don't have a controller left, so cannot use the Genex Undyne's effect. We also can't pop these back rows because of the effect of Lord of the Heavenly Prison. 1-for-1 is going to let us get Fishborg. We can use Fishborg and summon things, so let's do that. We're going to get rid of... I think we're going to get rid of Prince just because his attack is lower and his effect doesn't do anything anymore. And we're going to get Fishborg. And do we summon the Undyne? Yeah, we think we do. And what are we going to special summon here? Crocodragon. That's funny. I think we could make Coral an enemy and pull something out of the graveyard here, but what are we going to pull out of the graveyard? We could pull Hulk of Fibrax. Actually, pulling Hulk of Fibrax isn't terrible. Alright, let's do it. We know this is going to special summon an Eldritch. See if opponent goes for it now. Gonna activate. Coral effect. And I think we're gonna get Hulk Fibrax out here. We can use Hulk Fibrax's second effect to banish himself. And this will let us draw a card and also will let us special summon a Formula Synchron. So we're saving the DPE to pop his Eldritch. We knew this was coming. And we're gonna pop it. See if opponent has something else. We're gonna finally pop this Fusion Destiny. Huh, interesting. It didn't get destroyed because of the effect of Lord of the Heavenly Prison. I didn't realize that that actually worked on our monsters too. And that's gonna get him. Opponent is dead. All right, what a game 9 in our streak. Let's take a look at our opponent's deck list. All right, here's the opponent's deck list. Playing 41 cards, playing 2 Lord of the Heavenly Prisons, 3 Eldritches. That's an interesting combination. Also, don't usually see Super Polys. Opponent playing a lot of Super Poly targets. I guess if you're playing Eldritch, that makes a lot of sense. Great game versus Eldritch there. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.